Guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me here in the Comic Cave. I just wanted to say a huge shout out to all the people that have taken the time to like and subscribe to the channel. I hope I'm going to bring you really cool news stories every week, things that you haven't heard of yet. Oh yeah, and massive thank you to a few people who sent me articles and rumors they'd heard. You caught me, a few of them I hadn't heard yet. So, just to keep me on my toes and you on your toes, it's time for the Miss Marvel review. So, I just watched the Miss Marvel finale and what an amazing show. So obviously I'm really happy and I'm excited because it was finally Indian representation. I've been waiting for this for a really long time, and say what you will, it spoke to me. Because even though it was from a Muslim and Pakistani point of view, it was another brown person. And there were so many random little jokes like the Illuminantes, and I'm not going to give away too many spoilers of what happened in the finale because you really need to watch it. I actually stop watching me and go watch Miss Marvel and then come back to me just now. It's that good. And it's leading up to phase 4 of what's happening in Marvel and what's going to come and our new heroes. So we've had phase 1 and phase 2 and Iron Man and Captain America built up to the Avengers. And then we had Thanos and we saw the villain and everything was building up and everyone was excited. And now that's over. So there is that bit of a lull and setting up for the next big bad guy. So I'm going to talk to you in this episode about what's coming, some rumors, obviously the rumor about Doctor Doom, that's a big one. But it's time for quick news now. So this is where we talk about what's been happening in the last few weeks, what's been happening with the news and rumors of series and new movies. Welcome to the newsroom. On the last episode, I spoke about the new Spider-Man spin-off movie, Madam Web. Well, now it's started filming in Boston. To add to that, rumors of Sydney Sweeney being locked in as Silver Sable are currently circulating, and she would be an amazing new character to add into the Spider-Verse. She had previously been rumored to play either Jessica Drew's Spider-Woman, Black Cat, or Spider-Gwen, but only time will tell. Due to a scheduling conflict, Daniel Kaluuya will not be returning to reprise his role of W'Kabi in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. We watched him betray T'Challa at the end of the last movie, so it's pretty easy to write him off as in jail, but who knows? We might get him back in Black Panther 3. Jordan Peele gave him his first big break in the movie Get Out, so he chose to remain loyal to him and act in his new movie, Nope. I have a big Black Panther spoiler, but I'm going to do it at the end of the show. And I'll give you enough warning to turn off everything before I tell you any leaked rumors. But it's the complete plot outline. Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin has confirmed that his novels will end differently to the HBO TV series. The next 2 books will be called The Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring. The author said that these books are moving further away from what we saw on the TV show and are constantly evolving in his mind. We know that Jon Snow-centered Game of Thrones sequel called Snow, featuring Kit Harington, is coming soon. Thanks to my friend Tia, who first alerted me to this one. But will Margot Robbie leave DC for Marvel? We know she's an X-Men fan, and she said so before, but she's apparently been in talks to play a big role as a mutant. Current rumors suggest Emma Frost, and I think she'd be perfect for it. A fan-made picture has been doing the rounds showing Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider, and that set the comic community ablaze. If the speculation is anything to go by, we're set to see the new Ghost Rider in MCU relatively soon, but I don't know how much trust I put in this one. Speaking of out there rumours, this supposed leaked image of Doctor Doom came up this week. Another character we know is coming, but we don't exactly know how yet. Most people think he'll be the automatic Fantastic Four villain. However, lots of people forget the 1975 comic run supervillain team-up, which saw Namor and Doctor Doom as allies against all the heroes. We know Namor will be the villain in the new Black Panther movie, so that would be my guess. In the latest Fantastic Four news, it looks like casting has begun and rumours of the female leads from Supergirl and Stranger Things are in the running for Sue Storm or Invisible Girl. It looks like John Krasinski, who played Mr. Fantastic in the Multiverse of Madness, might be getting replaced by Penn Badgley. Now, you might remember him as the lead actor in the thriller series You. Even though I thought Krasinski did a fantastic job. In terms of longevity, I think audiences would prefer a character they hadn't seen turned into spaghetti. Other rumors show that Marvel have reached out to Steven Spielberg to possibly direct the new Fantastic Four movie. Now that would be insane. Director Dan Trachtenberg spoke about the release of Prey, the upcoming Predator film, on August 5th. And he said we'll see a new Predator gadget, that being the shield. And watch out for the way Predator wields its axe. It's almost like a tomahawk. He got the idea from God of War. Here are a few images of what feral Predator might look like. Are you going to watch the movie? Drop a comment below and let me know if you're excited for the new Predator. Mandalorian Season 3 trailer has been leaked and it shows Din Djarin's arrival on Mandalore. There are lots of fan theories doing the rounds on who will be in this season. I don't know anything for sure, but I'm excited. A new Transformers cartoon from Nickelodeon is coming out soon, and it will be called Earthspark. One of my favorite actors, Danny Pudi, who played Abed on Community, will be the voice of Bumblebee. HBO is busy producing Last of Us. Based on the game with the same name, you probably know it. It'll be coming out as a series on HBO Max in 2023, and the lead role will be played by none other than the Mandalorian himself, Pedro Pascal. Set photos from Loki Season 2 have been teased, and you can see Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson teaming up as Loki and Mobius once again in TVA Adventures. The first season saw the introduction of Kang, and though there haven't been any leaks, this for me is still a huge speculative character, and he'll be a formidable villain in the MCU. I personally think we're going to see him as the villain in Ant-Man 3 Quantumania. Now, for my speculation picks of comics this week. These are issues you can still get relatively cheap before they blow up. Avengers Annual 10. You can still find this for around €50, and I think this one's a good pick because if the latest rumors are to be believed, then we could see a real introduction of the mutants in the MCU. Well, the new Marvel's movie series that we're gonna see coming. If you go according to the comic books, Rogue could be a villain in the new movie and steal Captain Marvel's powers. So here's a panel in the comics where this happens. But if you want to err on the side of caution, a cheaper option might be to get Uncanny X-Men 158. Now this is Rogue's first appearance in the X-Men title, and you can pick up a copy for around €10. My next pick of a book that could potentially go up in value is Secret War Issue 2. Now, not only is this a gold foil cover, but it's Gabriel Del Otto cover art. But that's not why I think it'll go up. This is the first appearance of Daisy Johnson, or as she's known, Quake. We saw her in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but rumours have it that she'll be making her way into the MCU very soon. You can get a copy for around €20 if you hunt a little. On a slightly more serious note, it looks like we're headed towards a global recession. Most people don't like hearing it, but these are unprecedented times. So what does this mean for your collection or collecting comics, statues, and action figures? As times get harder, there are lots of scammers out there. So please be careful and try and make sure they are legit. Ask for references from other people who have sold to them or bought from them, and check with people in the comic community. If you're using PayPal, never ever pay with friends and family. Rather, add the PayPal fees and be covered with goods and services. Just in case your item doesn't appear, you can open a case up to 6 months later. Often people complain that they've overpaid for an issue, and I have to wonder, did they not have access to the internet? And why didn't they check if they could get the same issue cheaper somewhere else? Do your homework first rather than having buyer's remorse later. Remember, a comic is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. So don't be fooled by market hype or what other people suggest. Buy what you love, and that way you'll never regret any of your purchases. I don't want to be like many of the other sites or saying, buy, the market's low now, or some type of product push. I would rather caution people to be careful in these times. Understand that yes, the market has seen a slight drop and you can pick up some great bargains at the moment. But you also don't want to be caught in a situation where you have to sell your prized possessions to pay for what really matters, or life emergencies. Rather, pay off your debt and play with your disposable income. All I'm saying is geek responsibly. Okay, tiny spoiler alert time for the end of the episode of Miss Marvel. Lots of people are talking about it, but this was the sound we heard at the end of the episode. Okay, yeah, so now you know why I was so excited. I freaked out. I had this huge grin on my face, and my wife didn't even get it. So I think you have to be a geek to understand what this means and what the potential this has for the MCU. So does this mean that Kamala Khan is the first mutant in the MCU? Does this mean that they are excluding the Inhumans and Terrigen Mists? Why don't you tell me what you think down below, because I'd love to see your theories. Please send me a message. Let's engage. And I don't think anyone really knows at the moment. But from what we do know is that the actress had sent a message or an email off to Kevin Feige saying, thank you for this honor. It is such a huge pleasure to have this. And oh my gosh, is this really happening? Apparently she wrote it all in caps, so as if she was screaming at him. Really cute. I love the actress. It's a wholesome character where I can even let my son watch. And I think it's going to do wonders for Phase 4 and Phase 5 of the MCU. Okay guys, so leave your comments below. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. It's time for that potential movie spoiler. Now, Black Panther is set to be released on November the 11th, and the story outline I'm about to tell you tracks with everything we know so far. It is still a rumor, but I don't want to spoil the movie for anyone. So I want to give you enough time to turn it off, and thanks for joining and watching the show. But if you want to listen, then here we go. Lake Bell plays a scientist that leads a team to search for vibranium in the ocean using a device that Riri Williams made for her. This unfortunately awakens Namor, and he kills Bell's team and wants to kill Riri Williams, but Wakanda protects her. Riri's first suit is made out of cars, but when she gets to Wakanda, she gets one made out of vibranium. Now, I told you in the last episode that there was a reason for her clunky suit that we saw the images of. We believe that T'Challa passes away from a sickness before the War of Wakanda and Atlantis. And this is where we see Shuri creates an artificial flower to enter the ancestral astral plane and gain the powers of the Black Panther. This is where we expect to see a major cameo, but instead of Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa, we see Killmonger, who helps Shuri become the new Black Panther. Wakanda and Atlantis then go to war, with Shuri defeating Namor but not killing him. It's then revealed that M'Baku becomes the king of Wakanda, while Shuri is the Black Panther, allowing for two fan favorites to continue their legacy left by Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. Finally, Nakia tells Shuri that she and T'Challa had a son, which now allows for the franchise to keep the memory of the character and the actor alive. We think even the post-credits scene has been leaked, showing that Dr. Doom was the one that sent Bell's team. Now, if all this is true, which is in line with everything we know so far, it pays homage to Chadwick Boseman, and it would also mean that Black Panther 2 will introduce Ironheart, Namor, and a huge new villain, Dr. Doom, which sets up for the Fantastic Four movie that everyone is so excited about. Okay, so now that that's out the way, in terms of comic collecting, the first appearance of Namor is ridiculously expensive, as he first appears in Marvel Comics 1. Now, that came out in October 1939, and you're looking at over €1 million for a high-grade copy. The first appearance of Dr. Doom is, it's also already too far out of reach for most people. His first appearance was in Fantastic Four issue 5. Now, this one is slightly more reasonable, and you can pick one up for around about €20,000 for a mid-grade copy. The spec, if it's true though, will drive the prices up of all Shuri books. Her first appearance is in the 2005 Black Panther issue 2, so that series, and it's going for around €300. Her first appearance as Black Panther though, that has that stunning J. Scott Campbell cover, and that's in the 2009 series of Black Panther, and that's issue 5. So you can pick up copies of that one for around €100. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, tell your other comic friends about the show, and then drop a comment below and tell me what you think I should do a comment or the next segment on. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.